Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back with another very important topic today. And today we'll be talking about a specific dosha. Now, we've discussed several doshas in our previous videos, and I don't recall what all doshas we have discussed. Not a whole lot, but a few of them. I think I've discussed Vish Yoga, which is a dosha in my earlier videos, Guru Chandal Yoga, several other doshas. So when we do an analysis of a chart, of course, we do the analysis based on the planets and the houses, and then we look for specific things like Raja Yogas and sometimes doshas. And one very important dosha, which a lot of astrologers sometimes overlook, I'm not saying that they're not aware of this, but sometimes they overlook. The houses may sound extremely great, the planets may sound extremely great, but why is the desired event not happening? And sometimes they get confused. And that's the reason why I'd like to discuss a very important yoga, or dosha rather, today, which is Sankranti Dosha. And this is coming directly from the great sage Parashara. It is not a figment of anybody's imagination, or the recent day scholars of astrology have not come up with this dosha. It is coming directly from the great sage. And the great sage Parashara mentioned that people having this dosha will be devoid of money, or rather they would be poor and they will suffer a lot. He's mentioned it in one of the shlokas. So how does this dosha Sankranti, what do we mean by Sankranti dosha? First of all, we have to understand this dosha is related to the planet sun. First of all, we have to understand how the sun moves in the zodiac. Now, as we know, that sun is stationary, and it's considered a planet as per Vedic astrology, not per astronomy, the Western modern day astronomy. And we know that sun is static, it does not move. All the planets go around it, but sitting here from the earth, in relative terms, sun has a motion, sun has a movement. So in Vedic astrology, we consider sun moving. And how sun moves is, sun moves in the 12 zodiac signs. And we know the 12 zodiac signs are Aries through Pisces. It moves through the entire zodiac of 360 degrees in 1 year. Or it moves through the entire 12 zodiac signs of 30 degrees each in 1 year. So we are aware of that fact. We are also aware that sun will move through one zodiac sign of 30 degrees in 1 month. That is also the movement of sun, as we are aware of. So this Sankranti dosha, as we are aware, it's connected with the planet sun, and Sankranti day occurs when sun moves or jumps from one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign. So that's called the Sankranti day. And at that point, when sun jumps from one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign, that's the point of sun where sun energies are at its weakest. And that's what forms this yoga, or dosha rather. I keep on saying yoga. I mean, it's a yoga, but it's a dosha. It's a bad yoga. So that's when, as soon as sun moves into another zodiac sign, that's the time when sun's energies are at its weakest, and that forms a dosha in a person's chart. And according to Sage Parashara, like I just mentioned, that person having this dosha will suffer from poverty and have all kinds of other sufferings. Now, when sun moves in one zodiac sign it moves within 30 degrees in 1 month. So what you have to look out for in a birth chart is pretty simple, that one day will represent 1 degree. So what you have to approximately, I mean, because some months are longer than the others, so what we have to see is that if Sun moves from one zodiac sign to another in a birth chart, you have to see the degrees of Sun moving in that birth chart when it jumps from one zodiac sign to another. So in case this degree is between 0 and 1 degrees, that means it's just jumped to another zodiac sign, and that's the time Sun is at its weakest position, and it gives Sankranti Dosha. And this movement, Sankranti Dosha, happens 12 times in a year. So don't go by the months of the Western calendar. Look at the chart. You know, one zodiac sign is 30 degrees. We know that Sun jumps from one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign in every month or every month. Look at that planetary position of Sun between 0 degrees and 1 degrees in any zodiac sign, and that will show you that there is Sankranti Dosha in that birth chart. Now, how do we interpret it? What does this dosha do? In a general terms, Parashara did say that it will bring, poverty and suffering, but what exactly will it do to the birth chart? It's not going to give all kinds of sufferings. So first, look at the position where Sun is placed. Look at that that zodiac sign where Sun is placed, and then you will see that house is very adversely affected. That's rule number 1. Second, look at the zodiac sign which Sun represents in that birth chart. That house is also going to be adversely affected. Thirdly, and the most important thing, is that Sankranti happens on a particular day of the week, which is called Varas in Sanskrit. Like we say for Sunday, we say Ravivara. For Monday, we say Somavara. For Tuesday, we say Mangalvara. That's how this word Vara in Hindi came up. For Wednesday, we say Buddhavara. Thursday, Brihaspatavara or Guruvara. Friday, Shukravara. Saturday, Shanivara. So there are 7 days in a week, and the 7 Varas are represented by these planets. So look at, first we have to figure out, once you figured out in a birth chart that there is Sankranti Dosha based on the degrees of Sun in a particular zodiac sign, the second thing is look at that particular house where Sun is placed. That house will be adversely affected. Third, look at the rulership of Sun, meaning where is the zodiac sign Leo placed, because we know that Leo, the rulership of Leo is Sun, so that house Leo is also going to be adversely affected. And then look at what Vara or what day that Amavas happened. And there are 7 types of Amavasyas based on these 7 days which Sage Parashara has described in his Shastra. So for Sunday, if the Amavasya dosha happens on a Sunday, it is called Ghora Amavasya. And Ghora we know is, something very horrible. If the Amavasya happens on a Monday, it's called Dvakansi, or Dvakansi rather, which is the sound of crows. That is called the Dvakansi Amavasya, not Amavasya, Dvakansi Sankranti. So for Sunday did I say Amavasya by mistake? So I apologize if I did say. For Sunday it will be Ghora Sankranti. If Sankranti happens on a Sunday, it's Ghora Sankranti. For Monday it's called Dvakansi Sankranti, and Dhokansi means, the sound of crows, which is inauspicious, as is sound of crows as per Hindu mythology, or as per Hindu beliefs rather. It's not very auspicious anyways. If the Sankranti happens on a Tuesday or a Mangalavara, it's called Mahodari Sankranti, and Mahodari is the name of a demon. If the Sankranti happens on a Wednesday or a Budhvara, it's called Manda Sankranti, and Manda is, who's Manda means not good, or sometimes in Sanskrit it could be even meaning intoxicated. If the Sankranti happens on a Thursday or a Guruvara, it is called Mandakini, and Mandakini is, who's very naive. That means naive. If the Sankranti happens on a Friday, as per Sage Parashara, it is called Mishra Sankranti. Mishra is a Sanskrit word for mixed. And if the Sankranti happens on a Saturday or a Shanivara, so he has associated the Sankrantis with Varas or days, it's called Rakshasi Sankranti, meaning, and Rakshasi as it means, it's the female of a Rakshas, which is a demon. So Rakshasi is a female demon. So that's how Sage Parashara has described these 7 types of Sankrantis. So Sankrantis can happen 12 times in a year, or actually happen 12 times in a year. It can happen in somebody's chart. What you have to see is, if the degree of sun is between 0 and 1 degree in any zodiac sign, and then there's Sankranti, and then look at the day of the week when it happened, whether it was a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and based on that you will know as to what kind of a Sankranti dosha it is. And look at, say for example, it happened on a Tuesday. So of course the sun is afflicted anyways because of this dosha, Sankranti dosha. But then if it happens on a Tuesday, the Lord of the day is also going to be afflicted. So see where the Lord of the day with Tuesday is Mars. Where is Mars placed in the birth chart? So since it'll be afflicted, you will have a problem in that house where Mars is sitting. Another point, look at what houses, based on the rulership of the zodiac sign, is Mars ruling. And then say for example it's Mars, look at where Aries and Scorpio is placed. So you'll have a problem in those zodiac signs and those houses which are associated with those zodiac signs of Aries and Scorpio. That also has to be seen. So the distinction between the 7 types of Sankranti dosha has not been mentioned in detail, so I'm not going to get into that, but these are very important points, and this is a major dosha. It actually represents curses of the gods. And then the good thing is that Sage Parashara has also mentioned in his scriptures how to get rid of this dosha. What is the remedial measure to get rid of this dosha? And of course it's mentioned in the scriptures. I would recommend go to, in case this dosha remedy has to be performed, go to an expert Vedic scholar who is aware of these remedies, and he will have you perform these remedies and you can come out of it. It's a very difficult remedy to perform. It's not as easy as pouring, for example, as easy as going and pouring water on a Shivalinga. It has to be done in the proper ritual, and like I said, it's better explained or done by an expert Vedic scholar who understand this remedy for Sankranti dosha. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It'll throw some light on this very important dosha in somebody's chart. So once again, you could see some excellent combinations of of planets and houses in a chart, and still, you know, the desired objectives are not being achieved. So look for these special doshas as well, astrologers especially, when you do consultations and readings. And then this is one such dosha, and we'll be discussing more on the doshas and the yogas in our forthcoming videos. But in the meanwhile, I thought I'll just bring this dosha up to your attention, and hopefully, like I said, you know, you enjoyed this video. In the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting topic very soon. Goodbye.